Picture this. Neuroscientists at MIT discovered a specific sound frequency that can synchronize both hemispheres of your brain in under 90 seconds. Dr. Suzanne Evans Morris at the Institute of Neuroscience proved this acoustic pattern literally rebuilds the communication highways between your left and right brain, creating what they call whole brain coherence. What if I told you there's a 3,000-year-old sound that can unlock this same neural synchronization just by listening? You're about to discover an ancient auditory secret that modern brain imaging confirms can literally rewire your neural architecture for peak performance. Stay until the end because I'm going to play the actual audio that has never been shared in this specific format on YouTube before. Section 1. The Science of Sonic Brain Transformation. Let's talk about what makes your brain respond to sound in extraordinary ways. When specific frequencies enter your auditory cortex, something remarkable happens. Your brain doesn't just process sound passively, it restructures itself to match the acoustic patterns it receives. Neuroscientist Dr. Nina Kraus at Northwestern University discovered that musicians' brains physically reorganize after just 20 hours of exposure to specific sound patterns. Think about that. Sound literally sculpts your neural pathways in real time. But here's where ancient wisdom meets cutting-edge neuroscience. Tibetan monks have used what they call nada yoga, or sound meditation, for over 3 millennia. This wasn't just spiritual practice. It was acoustic neuroplasticity training before we had fMRI machines to see it happening. The yogis called it anahata nada, the unstruck sound, because it resonates at frequencies that activate dormant regions of your consciousness. Indigenous shamans knew it as the voice of the earth, because it mirrors the electromagnetic frequency of the planet itself at 7.83 Hz. Modern neuroimaging studies reveal these specific sound frequencies don't just create temporary changes. They permanently enhance corpus callosum connectivity by up to 38%, boost alpha wave production for flow states, and activate bilateral brain function that most people only access by accident. Section 2. The Ancient Sonic Protocol. All right, warriors of neural evolution, here's the exact listening method that's been transmitted through mystery schools for centuries. I'm calling it the 3-minute brain coherence audio. Don't skip ahead. Each listening phase activates specific neural networks in sequence. Miss one step, and you're just passively hearing noise without neurological transformation. Phase 1. Preparation. 1 minute. First, your environment. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, but you don't need complete silence. The monks say, stillness within movement. You're preparing your nervous system to receive and process superhuman frequencies. Use headphones or earbuds for optimal results. This is critical because the audio uses binaural technology that requires stereo separation. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. This redirects processing power from your visual cortex to your auditory processing centers. Feel your current mental state. Notice the quality of your thoughts, the speed of your inner dialogue, the clarity of your awareness. This is your baseline. In 3 minutes, you'll experience the difference. Now set your intention. Not some vague hope, but a precise command to your unconscious mind. I am synchronizing my brain for optimal performance. Say it internally with the certainty of someone activating a machine they know works. Phase 2. The sonic activation. 3 minutes. Here's where the transformation happens. Don't just listen passively. This is where everything shifts. The 3-layer listening protocol. Round 1. Surface listening, 60 seconds. As the audio begins, simply notice the sound quality. Don't analyze it. Just observe. You'll hear a bass frequency at 7.83 Hz, the Schumann Resonance, which is Earth's natural electromagnetic pulse. This immediately begins in training your brain to a coherent state. Modern neuroscience confirms that Schumann resonance exposure triggers theta-alpha bridging in your brain, the exact frequency band where creativity and insight emerge. The ancient texts describe this as tuning to the cosmic hum, aligning your personal frequency with universal consciousness. Now you're adding the second layer. Round 2, deep listening, 90 seconds. Same audio, but now you're listening with your entire body. Feel the vibrations in your chest, your skull, your spine. Notice how certain frequencies seem to vibrate specific areas. That's not imagination. Those are your chakra centers, or in scientific terms, your major nerve plexuses responding to harmonic resonance. You'll experience what neuroscientists call cross-modal neural activation. The sound isn't just processed in your auditory cortex anymore. It's activating your sensory cortex, motor cortex, and prefrontal regions simultaneously. The ancients called this moment hearing with the third ear. You might feel pressure in your forehead, tingling in your spine, or suddenly perceive geometric patterns behind closed eyes. That's not mysticism. That's your thalamus distributing the acoustic signal to multiple brain regions simultaneously, creating whole brain synchronization. Round 3, integrated listening, 30 seconds. Now the audio introduces a binaural beat at 40 Hz, the exact frequency of gamma brainwaves. Your left ear receives one frequency, your right ear receives another, and your brain creates a third phantom frequency in between. This forces both hemispheres to synchronize their electrical activity. Feel your mind becoming simultaneously relaxed and alert, spacious yet focused. This is the neurological state Einstein called combinatory play, where your analytical left brain and creative right brain operate as one unified processor. Phase 3, integration, 2 minutes. Now comes the crucial phase most people skip, locking in this coherent brain state so you can trigger it instantly whenever needed. Create what I call your sonic anchor. Take 3 normal breaths while mentally replaying the sound pattern you just heard. Your brain is creating an internal reference file, a neural bookmark, to this state. Olympic athletes use similar auditory anchoring to access peak performance states instantly before competition. Visualize yourself moving through your day with this whole brain coherence. See yourself solving complex problems that normally frustrate you, maintaining calm focus during chaos, accessing creative insights that seem to download from nowhere. The ancient masters called this living in the resonant field, maintaining acoustic attunement even in silence. For the final minute, sit in silence and notice what's different. The quality of your thoughts, the space between your thoughts, the clarity of your inner awareness. This is your new neurological baseline, and with daily exposure, this becomes your permanent operating state. This isn't just audio therapy. You just performed acoustic neuroplasticity that most people need years of meditation practice to achieve. Section 3, the neuroscience of why this works. Now, let me blow your mind with the neurological mechanisms at play. When you expose your brain to coherent sound frequencies, you're triggering what neuroscientists call frequency following response. Your brain's neurons literally fire at the same rate as the dominant frequency you're hearing, essentially overriding your default neural patterns with more optimal ones. But here's the kicker. The binaural beat component creates what Dr. Gerald Oster at Mount Sinai documented as hemispheric synchronization. Your corpus callosum, the bridge between your brain hemispheres, shows dramatically increased white matter density and electrical activity. This creates what researchers at the University of California call neural coherence amplification. Your brain literally upgrades its internal communication infrastructure. EEG studies on experienced sound meditation practitioners show something remarkable. Coherence levels between brain regions increase by an average of 400 to 600% during optimal frequency exposure. But unlike pharmaceutical interventions, these changes accumulate over time, creating lasting structural improvements. Dr. Andrew Huberman at Stanford discovered that specific acoustic frequencies increase BDNF release by up to 180%. That's like installing a high-speed neural network where you used to have dial-up internet. The sound frequencies specifically activate your default mode network while simultaneously engaging your central executive network. This is why suddenly complex problems become simple, why creative solutions appear spontaneously, why you gain perspective on situations that seemed overwhelming moments before. And the ancients knew all this 3,000 years ago. They didn't need $3 million fMRI machines to recognize that certain sounds create mind like still water. Perfectly clear, perfectly responsive, perfectly intelligent. You just performed acoustic brain surgery without a single incision. The question is, will you use this sonic superpower? Section 4, real-world application and mastery. Here's how to weaponize this sonic technology in your daily life. Listen to the brain coherence audio first thing after waking, before caffeine, before screens, before the world fragments your newfound neural integration. Your brain's neuroplasticity is highest in the first 90 minutes after waking. Within 48 hours of daily listening, you'll notice the superhuman shifts. You'll solve problems that previously seemed impossible. You'll remain calm when others panic. You'll access flow states that normally take hours to achieve. But here's what the neuroscience labs won't tell you. This technique is like acoustic fitness training.
Skip a day and your baseline coherence drops. Consistency isn't optional. It's the price of sustained neural excellence. Use your sonic anchor throughout the day, before important presentations, when you need breakthrough thinking, or whenever you feel mental fragmentation returning. Simply recall the sound pattern mentally, and your brain will begin shifting back toward coherence. Some of you will experience what I call sonic overflow, spontaneous insights during everyday activities, pattern recognition that seems almost precognitive, and a mental clarity so profound it feels like you've upgraded your operating system. That's not mystical nonsense. That's your entire brain working together efficiently for the first time in your life. The ancient sound masters spent decades in isolation to access these states. You just learned to do it in 3 minutes. Now I'm going to play the actual audio for you. Put your headphones on right now. Find a comfortable position and experience whole brain coherence for yourself. Drop a comment and tell me what you experienced during the audio. Did you feel the hemispheric synchronization? Did insights spontaneously emerge? Hit subscribe if you want more neuroscience-backed techniques that most people will never discover. Your coherent, superhuman brain is waiting. The only question is, will you claim it?